talking.
Oh, look. Pay your bills. What's up, everybody?
Oh, so you are opening.
No, I ain't open.
You just
I don't even get down like that. I don't even need you trying to put me out there like that. I'm opening. No, I'm not, girl. I'm straight.
we're all.
Well, I think we all did. So welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio TV. I'm Toni Breedlove, and that crew right there, I wish you could see me circling them with my cursor. That group right there, crazy and crazier. Chris Smith and Ms. Yvonne Baker. What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
What's up?
Look at the gangster over there. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Set it off type shit. What's up? Goddamn Queen Latifah, calm down. We just got on.
So we have something different. We've done this, anything goes, or, ask the host and all that kind of stuff many years ago. So it's been several years since we've done this, but I thought it would be good to be able to just, fly from the seat of our pants and just, basically just let out what's going to come out. And I might regret it because of Chris and Yvonne, the way they go back and forth. But we're going to have fun with this tonight because we do need some fun. Too much stuff in the news right now that it's just too much.
Well, it's fun every week. It's fun every week. And the thing that I'm enjoying is that it's a Wednesday. I've had some nice alcohol in my system.
I thought you said it was boo-boo.
Huh?
I thought you said it was boo-boo.
No. What I'm saying is that the buzz is real. The alcohol was nasty, but the buzz is real. You can't stop a moment that I'm feeling right now. Won't he do it?
You going to hell.
No, I'm not.
You're going to hell.
I'm standing at the gate and waiting until it's my turn.
Oh my God! So
y'all don't even understand all the stuff I'm about to say.
What you about to say?
I don't know. I got a lot to say. Ooh. I got a lot to say tonight. We're gonna have some fun. Like I said, just you're here. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Oh my gosh. All right. So first I want to say good evening to Ms. Dana Butler. How you doing, Ms. Dana? Good to see you.
Hey, Dana.
I can't be responsible for what you might hear tonight on the show. I'm not sure what your religious beliefs are, but you'll probably have to go into prayer by the time we're done.
In the name of Jesus, we hope you do pray. First of all, okay, look, you done went the wrong way.
That's because the camera's in reverse, Dodo.
First of all, how you know you went the right way or the wrong way? You know how to do it? Look,
I went the right way.
Really
to my left to my right. I went from my left to my right.
That ain't how it go.
It is.
It goes from bottom to up, left.
That's why you're going to hell.
Yeah. Like I told you, I ain't going to hell. I'm waiting at the gate.
Whatever. I'm going to ask your mama what she think. Hi, Miss Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Boo Boo. It's good to see you. I didn't know you'd be from around here.
Serious?
Okay, get serious now. Get serious, Tony. Dang, you up here playing around, Yvonne and up here. Yvonne doing the same thing. Come on.
So Dana says that she's ready. She said, I'm nasty too.
Well, bring it on, Dana.
Oh.
Here, Dana. Be careful of that tree. You know what they say about when you bark up that tree.
What they say?
They might get you. Look, my mama just got finished talking. How the hell you gonna expect me to say something after that? That's an awkward moment.
So I'm gonna start it off kind of nice. Okay. So what happened today that really fucking pissed you off, or really you had that look like, did this motherfucker just say this? Any one of you guys?
Yvonne, you better take this. I'm trying to keep my job tomorrow.
Well, see, the good thing about me is I'm on my own, so
Okay.
I don't care who hears what I. Well, yes, I do care.
But who pissed you off? Did
Yeah.
anybody say something to get under your
You know
skin
what?
today?
In my job, everybody pisses me off every day.
Where you working? My job?
No, it's like it's pouring down rain, and these people driving like fucking damn fools.
Mm.
Well, it was dry here, and they still driving like that,
right?
It was pouring. They're worse than it. I mean, you know, other than my company pissing me off all the time, it's yeah, that was yeah.
Okay, Chris.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't amount of it's just not a word to express the amount of dumb in my job. It's just not a word. It seemed like when I hit that corner, I'll be like, it can't get no dumber. Boom! Somebody come in and do something else. Dumb.
It's like that.
I really have to be good because, like I said, I gotta go to work tomorrow, Tony. But all I'm saying is, I'm guarding it. Look, I'm holding it back so I don't expose. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
Serious? You?
If another uneducated person come up with another idea, I'm firing everybody in the damn place. I just don't have time for it. Tony, I done got ready to leave work. It was a busy day. It was a lot on me. Hence the reason why I had a lot to drink right now. But
Oh, wow.
You
Okay.
know, I'm thinking, okay, it can't get no dumber. Then I hear some dumb stuff coming in the future. And I'm thinking to myself, ain't nobody running this shit. They just letting anything happen to them. Hey, tomorrow we just gonna tell everybody, do whatever you want and everything gonna run smooth. And they like, yeah, we should go smooth. It's like, I don't know who's running this shit, Tony. I really don't. Sometimes I'll be thinking I come up with good ideas and they look at me and be like, nah, we don't even do nothing right here. Just do it the way we've been doing. Tony, I'm frustrated. But I'm going to keep cool because, like I said, I got work tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Well, the only reason why I brought it up was because I had a dumbass day today.
Okay.
And no, my day wasn't dumb. It was the two people that made it dumber. Okay.
Which two people are they, over you, under you?
Well, like today, I recruit, right? And we were doing, they had to do their drug test today.
Oh, God.
Why they pulled me to the side. Two people. Yeah, Miss Toni, I don't think what I did is out of my system. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
You ain't even supposed to tell me that.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're not watching this, are you?
Mm-hmm.
So Toni up here watching people taking their piss test. I like this.
I don't watch them take their piss tests.
That's why I asked you, Toni.
What?
Oh, hold on. Hold on, no, look. Latifah, don't be talking mess about me, okay? Look, they pray for me all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Don't you know that at this point?
All right. So what do you want to talk about, Miss Yvonne? Anything in particular?
No.
Anything you want to ask?
Not right now.
Okay. Oh, Lord. So that only leaves me with Chris.
Well, look, let me ask you a question. Are y'all hearing about all that stuff in the news right now?
Which one?
Celebrities paying for their kids to go to college.
I hope all they asses go to fucking jail.
Well, why y'all acting like it's brand new? Family's been doing this shit for years. How you think they have generations going to college? They're not like having the grades and making sure. I'm not saying all of them, but for the most part, at the end of the day, most of the parents, they have money, they come from money, so they pay for their kids to go and have the same legacy as their whole family. So this is nothing new. I don't understand why everybody's making a big deal out of it.
It's not anything new, but we're talking about people who have a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. And they have put forth, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Millions.
To get the kid in, okay?
Yeah. So now, why are you tripping?
Because they're dumb as rocks And if you got to pay $500,000, $500,000 to get your child in an Ivy League school, take their ass to community college.
For what? So they can say that this dumbass kid, they kid,
You said it right at first.
go to a JC?
Because if the kid wasn't a dumbass kid, they wouldn't have to pay all these thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
To get him into
Well, my question is, what is it to you?
Well, the problem I have with it is that there are young people who bust their asses to get in those schools. And just by the flip of a coin and just because you can write out a check means that that person who had bust their ass and had taken education seriously has to sit next to, this dumbass rock.
So let me ask you a question. Do you know anybody personally that worked their ass off and had to sit next to somebody that was dumb as a rock?
Yeah, me.
Oh, really? So you can tell that person didn't get in based off their grades?
Absolutely. If you can spell and, then there's a fucking problem.
But you know that to be true.
I do know that to be true.
Because honestly, my thing is, did you get your education?
I did.
Did you get your degree?
Yes.
Then what the hell are we talking about here?
What the fuck you? Oh.
Look, there go that black person. I know. Hi, black person.
You know what?
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I brought it out here. It came quick, too.
You brought it up.
What we're talking about here, Chris, is there are colleges where kids have busted their ass to get into a prestigious college, and there's only just so many slots that's open.
Okay.
And then you have these rich ass people that's committing fraud, all kind of illegal ways of paying for their child to get in a spot where a child that has and they don't even want to go.
Thank you.
Don't really want to go.
Thank you.
But time out. Hold on. Where the hell do y'all live at? I thought this is the way this country is built. Well, it's not fair for nobody. There's a lot of people that get slighted in situations.
It is.
So how is this situation any different than any other situation?
Because
this going on that they found out for 25 years. But
it's just like Latifah just said. It takes opportunities from students who do work hard.
So watch this. I know a lot of black people will have comments and say, yeah, it does take that opportunities from us. But let's be honest. I think we already know at this point that those options are very few for us anyways. We don't always get those rights. We don't always get first pick. It's one of those things that's luck of the draw always for us. So my thing is, I'll ask this question. Were you shocked when you heard about it?
No.
No.
I was surprised that they got caught. But
the amount of people that had gotten caught.
I just think that at the same time, nobody really focused on that because at the end of the day, it really didn't matter. Hell, most black folks don't go to school anyways. Most black folks don't even think about going to school. So at the end of the day, and I could be wrong. I'm not going to say that that's a statistic that I've looked up and seen if that's correct. But all I'm saying is that
there are a lot of black kids that do want an education.
And I understand that. But all I'm saying is, it's like, hey, look, you're going to hate this analogy, but it is what it is. Everything go tonight.
Oh, Lord.
It's like when they found out that the schools be throwing sex out to these players that they want to get recruited into their schools. That wasn't no damn shock. They do what they do to get the players. And at the end of the day, these parents are doing what they can do to get their kids into a good school because they know having that Ivy League school, having any type of good school behind them, it certifies them for no matter where they go in this world. And that's no different than what any parent would do with their own kid. So they pay for it. Why are you tripping? Because you ain't had the millions to pay for it?
I wouldn't have paid for it.
That's you. You ain't got that money anyways. Why are we playing?
But it's a moral thing. It's morals.
Morals?
Let me
explain something to you. We're talking about celebrities.
Really don't have morals.
Are you damn right I don't. You need me to answer any more of your questions?
What are you shaking your head? I said people with money. You got money?
All I'm saying is sometimes you might take out the part of understanding that you're talking about celebrities here. So at the end of the day, anything that they do always hits the news. So You damn right they're gonna be embarrassed if their kid gotta go to a JC. So they like, oh hell no, we're gonna pay these millions. We're gonna get your ass into a good school. So that way when the media and all that stuff hit it, it's like this is where this child is going. Nobody wants to be embarrassed by that, especially being a celebrity. Hello.
Well, one of those kids was the daughter of the actress. What's her name? I forget her
The
name.
white lady from Full House.
Yeah. Now
Well,
her daughter said she didn't even want to go to college.
Yeah.
You know I'm ghetto. I just said white lady from Full House. I don't even know the name.
That's the one. That's the one.
I had a crush on her when I was younger, though. You go, girl.
But you know what? Now, they caught this the scam by fluke.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. This what happens when white folks tell on each other. That's all that is. Something happened right here. Somebody was mad. They said, oh, yeah, we finna embarrass your ass today. That's all that is. I'm going to tell you something. And I hate to say it like this, but I have to say it. White folks is very smart about how they do things. When they don't want nothing to come out, don't nothing come out. But when they ready to expose it, your ass is going down. And it's just one of them moments. They did something where they offended somebody, and they are getting exposed.
Who do you think they offended, though?
Who do you think they offended?
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, it could have been a school. They might have snubbed somebody from the school. It could have been somebody that's a close family member. I mean, at the end of the day, whoever they snubbed, they was gonna let this story come out and run. And at the end of the day, I don't think anything should happen because, like I said, this is not anything new. If you're gonna really look into this, then do investigations on all these people that have generations of family members that have gone into the school. Let's look at their grades and see what their grades look like to apply or qualify to get into these high schools.
Well, they claim they are still investigating.
Yes, it's a lot of stuff that's going to go down, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and from what I heard, from what I read, the president's son-in-law was one of them too.
Mm-hmm.
It don't surprise me. We talking about privileged kids.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, okay. So my next question, the next thing that I was watching this video of the comedian Monique and her husband.
Yeah.
And I had posted it on my page. They dragged Oprah for real. So let me ask you this question though. Do you think that Oprah basically has done the ultimate sellout with her funding the Michael Jackson documentary?
Yes, and yes.
I've never been a fan of Oprah. I've never been one of the followers, one of the many people that love everything she does. So to be honest with you, people jumping on this bandwagon and saying, yeah, she's a sellout. Oprah is who she's always shown herself to be, an opportunist. They'll call her a person that is a giving person, but everybody knows when you make a certain amount of money, you got tax write-offs that you have to do. You got to get that off you so it doesn't hit you on the back end. But at the end of the day, people see things how they see it. It did help people. Hey, congratulations. But I've never been one to jump on that bandwagon, so I've always seen Oprah for who she is.
You know, when I fell out with Oprah was when she built that college, that school in Africa for the African.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, okay, you've got all of these kids here in the United States that wants to go to school, that needs the education, that's going hungry, that don't have a roof over their heads, that is in foster care. They don't have anybody watching them. You're going to take your money and send it over to Africa?
Let me ask you a question. Where is Oprah from?
Isn't she from Tennessee?
Somewhere down south.
Okay, look, I was trying to make sense of something. I thought you was about to say Chicago, because I was going to say we all know how Chicago looks. Oprah money can go pretty far.
You know what? I don't care if she was from bumfuck Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, she made her money. You know, she grew up poor. That's why she should be given back to where she came from.
I agree.
Well, okay, put it like this.
Helping, Africa. But take your home first.
Yeah, but see, and I was about to say that. Because it's okay to, put your money out there and try and help those who are in third world countries and who are less fortunate and don't have the means for whatever it is that she was providing. But you have to take care of home first.
You know what
hasn't
she looked like?
shit
She
for
looked like a
4 years ago.
politician. That's who she
Yeah.
is. She's like a politician. At the end of the day, Oprah has been groomed to do what she needs to do to take care of herself. And like I said, it's not to say that Oprah probably hasn't helped people. I won't go as far as to say that. But all I'm saying is that her personality, her as a person, has been consistent. And I know a lot of people want to jump on the bandwagon and be supportive of her. I mean, in this situation right here, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Do it really matter? She's covering somebody like media. That's what they do. They ask questions. They get into situations that are uncomfortable because guess what? Those are the best stories. So I mean, if you want to call her a hypocrite based off of this, then you're not really understanding
Well,
how
it's
a
not
person
just
does
based on
in these
this.
positions.
It's
She's
not
an
just based
interviewer.
on this. Oprah has fucked over people for a long time.
Of
For
course.
a
But what I'm
long
saying
time.
is a lot of people mad because it's kind of like black people mad because Oprah did this on a black person. At the end of the day, Oprah ain't gave a damn about a color ever.
No,
Oprah is about her dollars.
because what she did to Monique was way out of line. Way out of line.
But
So
what do you
if
mean? Because I don't even know what you're talking about when you say that.
okay, so I want you to take some time to, and everybody who is watching tonight, take some time to go to my Facebook page and look for the post with Monique. So Monique had always, she'd always had a lot of controversy going on because, she'll stand up for what she believes in, whether
She got
it's
that
right
friend
or wrong.
either.
That's just who she is. But she was going to have Monique's brother on the show, and to talk about Monique, her successes, her failures, and all this, right? Mm-hmm. But the brother and Monique had not spoken in years. And before that show idea had come up, Oprah had wanted to, Oprah reached out to her and she said, is it okay for me to have your brother on? So Monique said, yeah, we mending our fences, that's okay, because she could kind of feel, and trust what her brother would say.
Yeah.
But Oprah did not tell her that she also had invited her mother on that segment.
Okay.
And the mother and Monique had fallen out 20 years ago. So what was going to happen.
Okay.
So when Monique found out about it, she basically reached out to Oprah, and Oprah, basically snubbed her. She snubbed her because she just wanted the story. She didn't give a shit about what it was going to do to Monique, how she felt, or what her career was going to end up like.
Why should she have cared?
I mean, I care when we do shows. I think we care about.
Why? Because she black?
No, it doesn't have to do with if you're black or white.
My question still stands. Why should she have cared? She's an interviewer. That's her job. She's
that's what we've done too.
supposed to make an interesting interview. So
okay,
but you know what? There's ways
as black folks, we get too caught up. We get too caught up in protecting ourselves. We don't want our. Go ahead.
She should have told Monique, your mother is. I invited your mother on the show too. I mean, don't just blindside her like that.
That's
okay,
what
so
she did.
Toni, let's be honest. Let's be very clear and transparent right now. How often do producers sometimes get pushed by people that are higher than them to add or bring things into the show based off of a higher level that they have they have no control?
Quite a bit.
And I'm not saying that maybe might have that happened, but what I'm explaining is before we jump and say, hey, Oprah should have did this, Oprah should have did this. And like I said, I don't have no reason to defend her because I don't even like her. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that you don't know what the circumstances were behind that. They probably found out that source from another source and said, yeah, we gonna run with this.
But hang on. The reason why it bothered me so when I heard about it was the fact that Oprah had portrayed herself to be such a huge friend
of Monique.
First of all,
no.
Are we really being serious right now?
No, I'm being serious.
Okay, let me want to put Oprah on blast right now. Oprah will say the same thing about a damn rapper and then try to act like she know the song and don't know none of the damn words of the song.
Exactly.
Acting like she's singing it.
And
I get surprised that she act like that was her friend.
I get that. I get that. Okay, so Latifah is asking the question, what do we feel about Steve Harvey? Oh boy.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I like
Cricket Steve.
I like Steve. I mean,
Steve is a car salesman.
I'm a car salesman, okay?
You go, girl. You a car saleswoman. Let's get it correct.
Okay. Whatever title you want to phrase it, whatever title you want to give, I'm one of them. But
so why you stand behind Steve like that?
I didn't say I stand behind Steve. I said I like Steve.
I like
you
Steve.
do or you don't?
I do.
Okay.
I listen to him every morning. And when he's on Family Feud, if I think about it, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, now he may not live for the way he speaks. He may not live that life.
I know he don't.
He gives some good inspirational messages.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Yvonne. If all our politicians do the same thing, don't have no problem with them. That's all I'm saying. If you gonna say certain things and stand behind it, you gotta line up and be that man. Steve will mess around and call out a man for not being a certain way towards a woman,
but he does the same thing.
Say that again? Yeah, exactly.
But he would do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's a hypocrite. He's a politician, Yvonne.
There's a lot of us that are hypocrites.
Yeah, but when
we talking about Crooked Steve, we don't even call him Steve Harvey. We call him Crooked Steve. We call him Crooked Steve. At the end of the day, hey, there's nothing wrong with the person. I'll tell you like this. A lot of people sell out. A lot of people get to a certain point in their life and they say, you know what? If this avenue is working for me, I'm going to continue to push it until as long as I can. Steve found a niche and he continued to push it. That damn Think Like a Man was probably the best thing that could have happened to him because guess what? Now everybody said, okay, this is how Steve is. Well, let's ask Steve how he thinks about it, how he feels about this. That motherfucker have been divorced just like everybody else in this goddamn world.
But you know
exactly. And a cheater.
If you listen to everything everybody say, then you would be putting yourself getting yourself in a world of trouble. Everybody
hold on. Let me explain something to you, Yvonne. Hold on, let me go and explain something to you, Yvonne. I'm gonna educate you. Let me tell you something right now. You roll your eyes all you want. You roll your eyes all you want, girl. No matter what, they gonna stay in that screen. So what I'm gonna tell you something right now. Anybody can teach you anything in this world, Yvonne, but a real man is going to assess the situation and know what he should take in and utilize for himself and what he should just maybe not even use and go on with something else. But at the end of the day, you don't never, look, I almost said something ghetto. You don't never.
You don't never.
That's that alcohol. Don't blame it. You never go off of what somebody tells you. You have to assess the situation for yourself and see what works best for you.
I think I just said that.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I thought you said something.
It's that boo-boo beer you drink.
You better stop talking about it, god dang it. It's already gone. I just got to let it pass. That shower going to feel good after this.
Oh, my gosh. OMG.
But either way. Steve Harvey is.
Will you let him not speak?
Huh?
Oh, what I tell you about that, Mom?
I've been waiting on you. Go ahead, Yvonne. Gotta say it like Kevin Hart. Say it with your chest.
You listen to what people say. You know, people have to listen. You can hear anything, but you have to listen to what people say. And then you might take a little piece of this and a little piece of that, but bottom line, you use your own brain and you think for yourself. Now, what's good for Steve ain't good for me. What's good for Steve is not good for you. So life is about taking a little bit of something from everybody and then find it somewhere in there and then use your own common sense to figure out where you need to go with it.
Right.
Now, think like a, what is it? Act like a man, think like a woman, or whatever.
Act like a woman, think like a
What
man.
kind of beard you
I
had?
don't even know. I don't even know the title of the book.
Oh.
I didn't read the book. I don't intend on reading the book. I hear about the 90-day rule. If I feel like I want to get down in 90
10 days,
I'm gonna get
you
down.
going to talk about it, girl.
Yeah.
You going to talk about it. She said, fuck that 90 days. I ain't got time for that shit.
Oh.
But you know,
shit, this nigga, he done made me feel good all night.
I like his personality. Sometimes he's funny.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not. You know, I don't put Steve on a pedestal or anything like that. You know,
as long as you don't, my thing is nobody should be put on a pedestal. At the end of the day,
no.
everybody has skeletons in their closet. So at the end of the day, it's one of those
Absolutely.
things where it's like you take everything everybody says with a grain of salt, but you never ignore the information. You utilize it for what's best for you.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's what happens every time we praise somebody. Then something ends up happening. I
They
swear
let
to
us
God, Jay-Z
down.
and Beyonce had the best relationship in the world. Then boom, guess what? They got problems too.
Yes,
Of course. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So
okay, so I need to go back to Oprah for a minute.
uh-oh.
Now, this thing that this documentary she did on Michael Jackson, I thought that was the worst thing she could have ever done. I mean, it was like, why are you attacking this person or these people to make a documentary of Michael? He's dead.
Okay.
Not only that. It's not only that I had a problem with. Okay, sure enough, he is deceased. He's passed on. He can't protect himself. He can't defend himself.
Exactly.
I had a problem with the fact that these are two people who had been extensively investigated along with the allegations of Michael Jackson's molestation claims.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was investigated by the FBI came back with nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. So what is it that propels you to take up these two white men who say, now I've got problems and this and they selling books, they selling all kind of shit, and you
here we go.
bullshit.
Here we go.
What?
Y'all get me started now.
Here we go.
What?
First of all, it ain't about these two damn men or whoever is on these interviews trying to get their point across. At the end of the day, if it's not these two, if it's not this person, if it's not this interview, you know damn well you thought Michael Jackson was messing with kids a long time ago. It don't take a rocket scientist to see this man have to go to court over and over for the same damn
we
thing.
saw that over and over, but again, you have to take into consideration that every time they investigated it, nothing came of it.
Are we
they
really
never found evidence. Now, if he was, hold on,
not to know that,
hold on. So if he was, still, does it make it right because he cannot defend anything that is being said against him?
I almost said fuck him. Hard in line.
You have every right to say that.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, everybody has had their opinions, their theories, their feelings. Like I said, the same way we dealing with that with R. Kelly is the same way right now we dealing with that with Michael Jackson. Now,
oh, well, shit, R. Kelly is just a pedophile.
But watch this, though. And so is fucking Michael Jackson. And like I said, it's up to you whether you choose to believe it or not.
It's the same thing applies with, with Michael. He is gone. He is deceased.
Okay.
Why bring up? Why bring up a dead horse? Why are you trying to beat a dead horse?
Okay. This is one of those generations right now where they are saying if
only reason these boys are on there now is because of the money.
And I agree. Trust me, Yvonne. When I say I 100% agree with you, all these people doing all of this is all about money. It ain't got nothing to do with self-cleansing. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They just trying to get their money. R. Kelly, the Michael Jackson shit, everybody is out here to get their money.
R. Kelly's gonna get his time.
Well, but at the same time, what they're hoping is that some money is going to pop out of somewhere and people will get paid off. But I'll be honest with you. The way this generation is set up right now, it's all about destroying legacies if you did something wrong. It don't matter if you live.
Because Latifah said it. She said she's really sick of the negative images of black men. No one floods the internet with positive images of black men. I totally agree.
I agree with it.
Yeah, but I'm like, this is the thing. What can we do to show us ourselves in a positive light? I mean, most men don't even know what they're doing. Most black men think they got to show themselves having money. They got to show themselves doing well. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'll be honest with you. I can post a picture with my kids versus a man that has a ton of money posting pictures of balling out and doing all kind of crazy stuff, and that's going to get more attention than that. So when you say, like, I wish more black men would stop being in bad light, then it's kind of like, what can they do to actually show themselves to be better men?
Stop doing what they're doing. But then
what are they doing?
then,
what are they doing, Yvonne? Is it outside of the 90-day rule?
R. Kelly, he's black. I don't see nobody bringing up Woody Allen.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody bringing up
Elvis Presley.
Right.
Hell, he married his woman.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Exactly.
Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree.
The list goes on and on. Woody Allen. The list goes on and on, but you don't see them.
But I gotta tell you, like my
the
dad
investigations that are being done.
But I gotta tell you, like my dad has always told me, as African Americans, we hold such a heavy. Like we have a hold on this world to where everything we do, they focus on it, they watch it, they want to know what it's about. And at the end of the day, we are always gonna be held on that cross the moment we do something. And I'm not trying to put us on the Jesus level and all that. Trust me when I'm not trying to do that. But all I'm saying is that everything we do is always going to be magnified. And there's always going to be excuse for the other races and for other races. So what I'm saying is, you know that already. We're not talking about something that we don't already know. I'm just saying.
All right. I'm not disputing anything you're saying. I'm
like, hell, we can act like racism never happened. Well, I mean, it was
that's bullshit.
And it was just the way things were around that time. What?
Some people say that
right now for saying some dumb shit like that.
But okay, now you might have used that as a side analogy. However, you do have black folks, young black folks who say that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely do.
And that's because they don't know any better.
Right.
Okay. See, I have a difference of opinion when it comes to certain things like that. So I always tell people at the end of the day, you got to be careful how you use that card. By card, I mean black card. There are certain neighborhoods where I can say if you lived in these environments, yeah, you've pretty much been a statistic of certain things that normally go on. Like, so if you live in a poverty neighborhood, more than likely, if you have a car, you'd have been pulled over, you'd have been bothered, you'd have been harassed. That's normally the situation. If you grew up in the suburbs, you've dealt with some of it, but not to the extent.
Yeah,
so at the end of the day, you have to be careful with how you pull that card. Like I actually have a family member that tried to tell me that he can understand how, black men are. He's an officer at this point, and he tried to tell me, like, there are certain things that I understand, but he grew up in the suburbs. And I'm thinking to myself, you have no clue on some of the things that people deal with and what they don't deal with. I didn't even understand and trust cops until I moved into a suburb neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And why? Because they weren't focused on me. They were focused on the people doing meth and all that other kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, when I moved out here, it was weird to me to see a police officer look at me from his car and say, hi. I had never seen nothing like that in my life. Coming from a neighborhood where I got pulled over at least once a month for no reason.
Wow.
So at the same time, like there's a certain card that you can't pull if you don't understand certain environments. And yes, I will say you're not all the way black if you haven't lived in those type of lives, because at the end of the day, you don't truly understand the real struggles.
I agree.
What it is.
I agree. So let's move on.
Moving right along.
Toni said we ain't offending no black folks tonight. We about to. No, that's
serious.
I said it. Okay.
So, Chris, what's on your mind? What do you want to ask a question about or talk about?
Well, I'll tell you like this. Have y'all been noticing all these parents killing their kids? Have y'all been seeing in the news all these parents
Well,
killing
I've
their
seen
kids?
the one where the baby was in the duffel bag.
Yeah, that was a really tough
I
situation. But
didn't
I'm gonna
see
tell
that.
you,
Yeah.
it was recent, and I'll be honest with you. You kids better get your shit together. These parents ain't playing. You'll be out of here quick and in a hurry. Remember how mama used to say, "I'll take you out just as fast as I brought you in."
I
That shit is for
brought you in
real.
this world, and I'll take you out.
That shit
That
is for
I
real.
don't think that equates to what was going on, like with it. Oh God, serious.
I'm just kidding.
You know, you
Yeah.
look. You know, I got to make light out of a serious situation. But what I will say is that you're seeing a lot of trend with certain things like this. Like it's happening a lot more common than before. Like we just had a situation, I want to say 2 weeks ago in Upland, where a woman tried to jump from a building and she tried to kill her kids. She tried to kill all of them. She ended up killing the kids and not herself. Ain't that about how some shit work?
Wow.
But
Serious?
in Upland, it just happened a couple of weeks ago, and it was crazy because it's just like you're trying to figure out why society is acting the way it is at this point. Like, what's really triggering these moments for some of these parents? I mean, hell, you even have some parents right now where their child has been missing for I want to say almost 2 months now, and they're investigating the parents.
But you know what? People are pushed to the limits now. People
As
are
far as with
pushed
their
to the limits.
kids,
Well, kids, just when we talk about
damn,
economics right now, when you talk about people not able to take care of their finances, take care of
yeah,
their home, and they're not making enough money, people become despondent. You have
yeah.
more despondency now than you probably ever have.
So they give them a right to kill their kids?
But when people now, but see, now that goes into
Well,
another
damn.
issue. And you're
Watch
talking
out.
about mental illness.
Watch out for
Okay.
kids.
Mental illness is at an all-time high right now, too.
That's
You know,
bullshit.
I'm telling you.
I swear to God, they want to give a medication for everything people do nowadays. Oh
I'm
shit, I
not
can't sleep. Yeah, you got sleep. I can't sleep sometimes a week. Itis. Let's give you a pill for it. I swear to God, they got a pill for everything nowadays.
Of course they do.
We got to stop making excuses, Tony. You
okay,
you got
so
you got black
are you
folks
telling
actually
me
even thinking,
hang
yeah.
on, hang on. Are you telling me that mental illness is not real?
Look at you. Why you trying to take it as deep as that? Look, why she do that to me, Yvonne? Why
Because
she
I
trying to
can't.
put me out there like that? Let me
Because I
explain something to
can't.
you. Mental illness is serious, and yes, it is out there. But everybody ain't got the shit.
But how did you know?
Just because your badass kid can't calm down and you don't have no control over your child, it don't mean they got ADD. I'm just saying.
Okay, so in the case of the woman who killed her kids off of a roof or whatever you said, threw them off a building,
They've all jumped off.
they jumped
They
or they
jumped
were
off the
thrown?
building, and she was the only one that survived.
Oh, they all jumped. I thought you said she
Well,
pushed them.
she had them, kind of like off of one
But
room
then they
wrong.
didn't jump. She jumped.
Well, you know what I mean. Goddamn,
No, I
I mean,
didn't.
And she took them with her.
I've had drinks. I don't know how to explain it any better. She took them down with her. Okay.
Oh my
Blame
God.
it on the alcohol.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh
At
my
least I was
God.
honest about it. Thank you for singing the song, Yvonne.
Well, we have this thing that's going on now. Somebody's throwing boulders off of the train tracks, the overhead train rails, and they threw one off a few days ago. It went into the windshield and it hit the woman. It was her and her three kids and her husband. She was in
Oh
the
wow.
passenger seat. If it went through the windshield, hit her, they took her to the hospital and she passed away.
Damn.
Then we had another one this morning, same spot, and nobody sees anything, nobody knows anything about it, and it's like a trend starts. One
Yeah.
thing happened, and then the next thing you know, there's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
But they were doing that in California too several years
Yeah.
back.
Off the
Yeah.
like behind like freeways and off the little
Yeah.
freeway overpass, they were
Mhm.
doing stuff like that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's, you wonder, and I don't think you wonder where people what's wrong with these people.
Like, where are they at mentally at this point?
Yeah.
Like, why do people even make decisions like that?
Hence, mental illness. Crazy.
I don't know. You can't blame
Ain't got nothing
on
to do
mental
with
illness.
that. People, this it's the way the world
Crueler now. People are a lot crueler now.
Well, think about it. I mean, if you really look at how society is working right now, you're really desensitized to a lot of things that happen now. I mean, think about it. You never were used to seeing anybody die. Now you can go on any social media now and possibly see that. Like, I mean, let's really be honest. It was a big deal the moment you could see somebody get pulled over and killed by a police officer by not even having a weapon or nothing. And you just seen it so many times. Now when you see it, it's not even a big deal.
It doesn't shock you.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I actually remember when people would see stuff like that, like certain people, they would come to tears. It would hurt them so bad. Like, I can't believe that. That is such a horrible sight to see. Now you see it, you be like, yep, it's just another one. And to be honest with you, I'm even one of those people. Like, I see it, I'll be like, yep. And they be like, yeah, black people protesting. Ha, idiots. That shit gonna last for like 2 weeks, and then we're gonna go back to doing the same old thing we always do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you know, so basically what I'm saying is that most people are desensitized to a lot of things that happen here. So it's like, it's almost like the people that are doing things like this, it's not that real to them. Or there's no meaning behind it to where, damn, I shouldn't do this. Or, you know what I mean? It's happening now.
Yeah. Ugh.
It is.
All right. So we got 15 minutes left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a relationship issue in the last 15 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I haven't had a relationship in the last 15 minutes.
Okay, I ain't gonna talk about relationships. I want to talk about girls. I want to talk about fast ass women. Let's talk about that.
Fast ass women.
Let's talk about fast ass women.
Okay.
Now grown.
Okay.
And they think that because they was doing what they was doing in their past, it don't represent who they are today. And
meaning that they're still trying to do what they did in their past?
Well, that's the thing. If you've been around all these men and they done seen what you've done in your past, but then now you get to a certain level in your life and now you want to act like it just didn't happen because you know how y'all women do it.
Oh, you become church lady.
That didn't count. No, that didn't count. I mean, we only did it once, so technically we never did it. I mean, you know how y'all got that bullshit. You know how you got it. Y'all women got a lot of bullshit that y'all
have that bullshit.
I'm not gonna accept
you
that.
Take off your glasses. You understood that bullshit. You took the damn shit off. Where did you put them damn glasses right now?
So I can
Yvonne, put the damn glasses on. We still doing the show. Did you have something to say? Put the glasses on, please.
To hear you.
So what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, hold on. Past don't make a person. You damn right it don't make a person. But I will tell you something. Girl, you got history. And at the end of the day, if everybody know your history, it's History Month. Okay?
Sex History Month?
It's history. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you can't portray one thing and then be another if everybody knows a certain situation. And all
but
I'm
if that's your past, it's your past, right?
Look at that bullshit. Yeah, it's your past.
I'm just asking. I'm asking this.
So hold on. Let me go on and tell you this then. When a man tell you, I have 5 kids, but that's my past. I'm gonna need y'all to respect that the same way when y'all was doing all the things that you was doing with the men in your previous life.
Those
kids don't
mean shit, present.
And your future.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't shit for that.
There's a difference.
I said, y'all ain't shit for that.
There's a difference.
What's the difference?
Those kids, they are past, present, and future.
Thank you.
What the kids got to do with the relationship?
You just brought it up.
First of all, don't answer that question because Yvonne looked around like, oh shit, he asked me.
No, I didn't.
Was addressing it to both of you. Yvonne looked both ways. Like, oh shit.
No, I looked around. I'm like, no, he didn't ask that damn question.
Exactly.
All I gotta say is, I need women to start being understanding for men and their discretions and the certain things that they do. We all play games. We all play games.
Wait a minute. There's that double standard. So women are supposed to be understanding of a man's indiscretions, his past indiscretions, and
You
that
damn right.
And then hold on. So then that makes him what? Manly, a player, playboy, you know, experienced, sowing his wild oats. But when a woman has past indiscretions, it makes her what?
It makes her a woman that lived her life to the fullest. And I'm not against anything like that. But what I will say is don't hit me with that. I'm a queen. I should be treated like this. No, girl. You was one of the ladies that they used when the kings came into town to meet with the other king.
Well, why can't that be the same for a man?
It can be, but all I'm saying is at the end of the day, you don't hear men boasting themselves up and saying,
yes, you do.
All the time.
Oh, really?
Man, when I was young, man, I used the girls. I mean, I was in it all the time.
He was honest.
Boom,
He
boom,
was
boom,
honest. Boom. He was honest with you. He said, girl,
yeah,
when I was younger,
serious.
When I was younger, man, I had them lined up at the door. And you look at her like, damn, you was a hoe?
Exactly.
See, I don't have those same views. That's not what I'm really trying to say here.
But
well, that's what you just did say.
You're judging her past by her present.
Okay, so
right.
Since she's
I told you I have a problem with a woman that will carry herself on a highest level.
Well, she's supposed to.
Thank you.
So ain't she supposed to before she do all the shit that she did too?
But that was in the past.
God dang it. Okay, fellas, listen up, fellas. No matter what you say, these ladies will always come up with some bullshit. I said bullshit so you can understand what it looks like. Read my lips.
If a man, I see your lips. If a
bullshit. Watch how these lips move. Bullshit.
If a man has had all of these women lined up at the door in his past, in his younger days, and then all of a sudden he realized that that's not for him anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna carry myself differently. I'm gonna be a different kind of man. Isn't it the same?
Now he's changed. Now he's gone. He's lifted himself on a higher level. What you gonna do? Stay down there and you know?
Okay, so let me go on and piss most people off. I ain't even talking about goddamn all races. I'm talking about you damn sisters. Y'all all being taught wrong at this time. Let me bring you home. Stop watching Love and Hip Hop. Stop watching all these stupid ass social media shows. Because guess what? It's got you fucked up in the brain. You don't even know what you're supposed to be doing at this point. They got you thinking you're supposed to have a certain life. When guess what, boo boo? You don't even make a certain amount to live that type.
That's younger women too. Those are younger women. We not. Me and Yvonne, we not there. We way past that.
I know.
Look. Don't lift your drink and say that, okay? I'm gonna need you to put your drink down when you make that statement. I can't even take you serious with your cup up like that.
We passed that.
Bottom line, fellas, we ain't never gonna win. But the goddamn it, if she show you that she done all kind of crazy things, but she trying to tell you, yeah, you better treat me a certain way, girl. You better tell that girl, you better act like how you been. You better be who you are.
She's who she is now.
Yeah, she is. She a strong woman. Men respecting women. Respecting women. Exactly. I talk a lot of mess. But at the end of the day, damn it, I love the women. And at the end of the day, it's our job to, no matter what, to be gentlemen. Like, I done contradicted myself in all type of ways in this. But anyways.
Yeah.
So September says, you said if she was a hoe, she can never be a queen. She deserves to be treated like a hoe her whole life.
No, that's not true. And you're right.
That's what you're saying.
But that's what you said.
Listen here, fellas.
Thank you, September.
The women will try to put words in your mouth. But they'll say, that's what you said. You know damn well I ain't never said that. At the end of the day, that might sound like that's how it came out. That's my how.
We can only take it on how it came out, Chris.
Exactly.
Okay, fellas, watch this. Did those words literally come out of my mouth?
What did he say? What he said.
No. I asked you. Did
If
those
she
words
was
literally
doing,
come
hold
out
on.
of my mouth?
If she was doing something like one guy here, one guy there, then later on she puts herself way up here, it's wrong.
Fellas, I'm gonna tell you something. When
I'm
you ask a question
paraphrasing.
to a woman, they never gonna answer it. They gonna bounce around it because goddamn it, they don't want to be wrong. So this is what I'm gonna teach you right here. Fellas, I'm gonna teach you right here so you can end up having a good night with your lady, with your family, with every woman in your life. Yvonne, September, Yvonne,
don't
September,
follow
Toni,
that drunken
you are
shit.
right. Yvonne, Toni, September, you ladies are right. You were 100% right. I was wrong. Thank you for correcting me. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. This is from my heart to your heart. I love y'all. I want to make sure y'all feel uplifted.
Stand you right now.
Fellas, I'm getting you out of an argument. Don't worry about it. But you know what it is.
You right now. OMG. So we've got 4 minutes left. I am going to see if Yvonne wants to give her last thought on anything that she chooses. Chris, you better not say nothing.
You know I ain't gonna say nothing, girl.
All I want to say right now is thank you guys for tuning in to watch us tonight and every Wednesday night, and we love you. Thank you.
That was so sweet.
I know.
That was sweet. That was sweet.
From the bottom of my heart.
I felt it right here.
That's right. That's
so legit.
Now let me go in and tell y'all something about my final thought, because they didn't ask me about my final thought, but damn it, I give it to you either way.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Is that what we're gonna do? Well, girl, hold your neck. Hey, well, hold your neck, because this is gonna be a long night, okay? And I mean a long night. Anyway, so what I was saying is, life is crazy right now, and you have to pay attention. See, look, y'all was ready for some bullshit. I was actually gonna give you some real shit. Life. Come on, damn it! I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be straight up with you right now. See what happens there. Go ahead. What you about to say, Yvonne?
I said we're waiting.
Oh, we waiting. Okay. Tell your friend to stop waiting and then stop laughing. So, anyways, basically what I was going to tell y'all is this is a crazy world right now. And with everything that's happening, you have to be careful with how they're trying to train your mind to think. You have to think for yourself. You can't let things brainwash you to process how your thoughts should be. You have to have your own opinion and your own mindset on the things that are going on around you. Now, at the end of the day, top stories in the news right now, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. At the end of the day, everybody has their reservations about it. Everybody has their things. R. Kelly going to jail. I'm going to just be honest with you. If Bill Cosby went down for this, R. Kelly is damn sure going down for this. So at the end of the day, that's who R. Kelly is going to be, and you're going to have to live with how you feel about listening to his music or not. Now, Michael Jackson, he's dead, all of that stuff, and, he can't defend himself. But I'm going to be honest with you. Even if he could defend himself, he'd defend himself the same way he did when he was alive. Church. So what I'm saying is, basically, it is what it is. You've had your suspicions. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. It is what it is. But if you do believe it, then it is what it is as well. But basically what I'm saying is, don't let the shit that's happening today change the way you think. You already know how things have been playing out. Life is about consistency. You see it over and over. So at the end of the day, if you didn't see Michael Jackson go to court for the same shit over and over, hey, I guess you got to make your own decision on that, right? Church, holla at me.
Holla.
Stand him.
I'm just saying.
OMG. Well, we got through this hour with Anything Goes, and I'm really hoping that as you were tuned in tonight, you found something of interest and you found something that you can take away from the show. But again, the purpose of the show was to be able to just speak about anything that was on our minds tonight. And Chris did that. So thank you, Chris.
What the hell was y'all? Why you gotta say Chris did it? Didn't y'all do it too?
You're the one that was causing a riot. September was like with her picket sign up with you.
I'm gonna tell you like this. September, you better watch out, because if I find out about you, girl, I might have to actually find out where you are. Talk about, so if a girl was a hoe in the past, is she still a hoe today? Yes, yes, September.
Oh my God.
She damn sure is September.
Oh Lord.
Didn't come out with that song for nothing. Do you remember?
He is just feeling himself right now.
Yes, it is.
So thank you so much for watching us tonight on Hot Topics Talk Radio TV. I'm Toni Breedlove. That was Chris Smith, and of course the lovely Miss Yvonne Baker. I'm hoping that you come on back and join us every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. Make sure that you follow us on on Facebook. You done?
Yep, I'm done.
No, you're not. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook under Hot Topics Talk Radio. Also, to catch up on past shows, make sure that you go both to our website and to YouTube under Hot Topics Talk Radio Network. It has been a blast, you guys. A blast.
Tony looked like Stevie Wonder. So if you have any questions, if you had anything.
Good night.
I really can't stand it right now.
Tony, you had your head up like you was reading cue cards from side to side. So if you had a hot topic start 9 to 9, just make sure you come back with us next week. Am I going to hell for that? I'm going to stop.
Yes.
I'm going to stop.
Yes, you're going to hell.
I'm going to stop.
Oh my gosh. All right. So
hold on, wait. Hold on. I almost got myself in trouble tonight. I caught myself. I was a split second late, but I still caught myself. I was in a store and I seen somebody talking in sign language, but I did not know that they were talking in sign language. So at the same time, when I came around the corner, they was doing something like this, boom, boom, boom. And I was looking for a second and I started to say something, but then I seen the rest and I said, okay, that's what it was. That was a slip up moment, but I had to catch myself there. That was one of the moments. No, I'm not. I told you, I sit at the front of the gate. God gonna tell me when I come in, and then I'm gonna walk in briskly.
I hope you got some comfortable shoes on, because that's gonna be
He's standing a long time.
First of all, why you sitting up there judging me? He put your glasses back on, girl. You don't know if I'm in there or not. Don't be worried about if I'm going to get in there. You need to worry about if you going to get in there. That's the problem with black folks. They all worry about everybody else. You need to worry about your goddamn spot in the damn place.
Because you going to have a long ass wait.
I'm going to tell you like this. You're going to be watching me from the back of the line.
You're going to be on standby.
Goddamn, I'm going to be on standby, but at least I got a ticket. I'll see you in there. Don't let them do it to you. They'll try to knock you down like God ain't right there with you. But don't you worry about it. God right there with you the whole time. Don't let nobody tell you about where you going. They always worried about black folks. That's what they love. Pay attention to everything. Somebody don't even go to work, but they worry about what you doing. Don't let them knock you down.
Chris.
They try to get you. They laughing hard at you, but you still winning.
Oh.
Chris.
Yes.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done. I'm still standing in front of the line. I don't mean to do it to these ladies. I really don't. It's true.
Oh,
okay, I'm done.
Bye.
I'm glad you're done. Welcome back. Glad y'all can come back to the show. I don't know where y'all went. Yvonne got her head down. I don't know where Yvonne going right now. All I know is she got some nice edges.
I'm so done
with you. Go, girl.
All right. That's it. We are out of here.
All right, we out. Shit.
Oh.
We out of here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you came through another week. Make sure you tell all your friends. If you don't tell your friends, we mad at y'all. What the fuck you watch for if you ain't gonna tell people to watch? We just gonna keep it real with you. This is the Keep It Real show. Welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio. Keep it real.
I thought he said he was done.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Look, hold on. Let me act like how I was when I first came on the show.
That's not how you was acting. You came right off into the show, even before we went on air, and you were on Yvonne. So stop it.
They snitch on me all the time. Don't let them do it to you, fellas. Don't let them do it.
All right. So we're out of here. Stop, Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, you know when you're doing something wrong and you look in the wrong direction? Stop, Chris. Okay. I'm done.
Oh.
Okay, so make sure that you come on back here next Wednesday at 8:00 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. I will talk to you guys soon. I am going to recuperate from Mr. Chris Smith, and Yvonne, I hope that you'll do the same.
Pray for yourself. Don't pray for me.
Goodbye. Bye, you guys.
You need to lay at the altar.
I'll see you on my Facebook. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my gosh. Hot Topics Talk Radio TV, you are clear. Thank you for joining in and watching tonight, everybody. I'm really hoping that you enjoyed the show because we surely did. Thanks a lot. We'll see you here next week on Wednesday night. Good night.